Hey guys, this is Jared here with Team Adventures with BG, and we're back out here continuing our pseudoscience boiling test series. Today I have the BioLite stove original. It's kind of a cool concept. It uses a fan, which really gets a hot flame. You got to keep loading it with wood, so that takes a little bit of time. And it'll charge your devices. Unfortunately, it's super heavy, so I've never actually taken it backpacking. I've used it for camping. I also have the stove attachment, which I have cooked steaks and hot dogs on before on some car camping trips, and it worked great for that. Another issue is, we'll get to the issues later. Let me get some sticks fed into this wood-burning stove, and then we'll get our boiling test going, and I'll talk your ear off a little more. There we go, we've got our timer going. So it's got this little vortex fan. It gets really hot. It's supposed to have reduced smoke, which seems to be the case. This might be one of our faster boilers, but in the name of transparency, it will take you amount of time to pick up all the sticks. Plus it will take you amount of time to get the fire going. I like to cheat a little and bring a small chunk of fire starter, which really speeds up the process, because it can be a pain to get down there, like a bundle of paper or grass, or some very small sticks. It also makes it incredibly difficult if you don't have one of these. So if you are on that backpacking trip and you take this, it'll be difficult to get down and light it properly. So that's some of the biggest issues and some of the time. So we may get a fastest boil, but we're definitely not going to get the fastest overall time when we consider prep work, especially for the weight trade-off. It does charge devices, which is neat. It's going to be like a couple of percent for a handful of minutes. It's probably not worth your time because you'll have to actively be cooking something or feeding the fire. This type of stove could also be an issue if you are at a place where there are no open fires. They have to be contained. Some parks don't like you having a fire fed by wood, or they don't want you disturbing the environment and picking up sticks. So I've talked to a lot of people that use the wood burning stoves, not necessarily this one, but some lightweight versions, and they pick up sticks the entire time they walk. So that may be a good thing to do too. And we're at 1 minute and 46. Already starting to get quite a bit of bubbles here. I think it's going to boil in the next, handful of seconds, so let's wait and see. It looks like my light just turned green, which means I can start charging my devices, because this unit, the fan and battery, is self-charging, so it charges itself up now, and it would power my devices if I had any. Oh, and I just wanted to mention we are doing the boil test with 300 milliliters of water and no lid like we've done all the others, to keep everything as consistent as possible. Alright, there you have it. We have definitely a consistent rolling boil at 3 minutes and 36 seconds. If we'd gone too much longer, we may have run into the issue where we needed to reload our stove, which is kind of going on. We don't have a huge boiling flame coming out, so every 3 to 4 minutes you've got to re-drop sticks in there to keep it going. So if you're boiling water, not a big deal, but if you're trying to cook something else, it can turn into a nightmare to feed, put your pot back on, feed, and things like that. But thanks for watching, and make sure you join us on our next adventure.